everyone, it's Raquel Bowman here, and today I'm here creating a layout for the Hip Kit Club blog. The photos that I'm documenting for this layout are ones that I took of my daughter, and it was a day when I was going to get my nails done and she come along too and got her nails painted, and it was the first time she'd had that done at a salon, so I wanted to document that. She thought it was pretty special. And what I've got is just a piece of white cardstock, and then I've cut two of these gorgeous exclusive cut files just on the Maggie Holmes Bloom paper that's in the December kit. I'm not really sure of anything in terms of design, but I knew that I wanted to have a florally focus of the page, so I thought that I'd be able to have, say, maybe this photo in the middle and then maybe these either side. I'm not really sure yet. And then I've grabbed out the Take Me Away ephemera, and there's heaps of other embellishments that I'll be able to use. So basically today is just a bit of a roll with it and see where this layout takes me, and I'll speed you up and take you along for the process. Okay, so I begin by cutting a circle, and I think it was around maybe an 8-inch circle. And I've done that by using my maths compass and drawing that circle onto that specialty paper. And then what I decided to do is back that my photo with my main photo with a pop of yellow, and then I've also backed the other two photos with the reverse side of that gorgeous silver foiled specialty paper. And I'm arranging them sort of the larger photo in the center and then the other two photos to either side of that. I'm using some foam adhesive just to pop them off the page that little bit, and I'm also adding just some doilies from my stash. They're sort of one of those have to add elements to my pages currently and for a long time, I guess you could say. What I'm doing now is just using those cut files that I discussed at the beginning of the video. I'm just seeing how I can arrange them to make them a bit of a feature of the page. Of course, I want my focus to be on my photos and this moment that I'm documenting, but putting them either side of that photo area just sort of makes a nice design to the page, I thought. So I've just placed those there. I haven't really adhered anything down yet. I've sort of just got the foam adhesive ready for me to start sticking down. Now, I really love the Amy Tangerine foam words that you can get in those thickers packs. They're those phrase packs. But white ones I really find hard to use because I do use a lot of white cardstock for my background. So what I actually did on this layout was I've stuck down that foam word onto some of that remaining yellow that I've used, and then I've fussy cut around it. Now, it did take me a little while, but I feel like it just really helped that word stand out. And if I had have just stuck it directly to that sort of gorgeous minty coloured circle, then it just would have really been lost. So I'm glad that I took that step. I've also added the word special using those silver thickers to the bottom of that photo, and then it'll read special moments once it's all together. So I did a little bit of pre-planning of this page off camera, and it was mainly just how I was going to arrange the photos, and I matted the photos off camera, and I sort of got a feel for how the layout was going to look before I started filming. It was one of those layouts where I'm actually doing this voiceover a lot later than when I created this layout. I created this layout a few months ago actually, and it was one of those layouts that I just was having a tough time. Nothing was sort of falling together. I had known, the elements that I wanted to use, like the die cut piece. I knew the color palette that I wanted to stick to. I knew I wanted to incorporate that foam thicker, but when I was playing around off camera, nothing sort of was making me feel like the layout was sort of at that point that I wanted it to be at. So I have done a little bit of pre-planning, as I said, just off camera before getting into sort of adhering down and placing everything down. So what I'm doing now is, in our kit we got this gorgeous American Crafts glitter tape, and I just used my punch to punch out a few hearts, and I do that in a couple of sizes. And what's great about it is obviously it's a glitter tape, so it's adhesive, so if you punch out shapes, then all you have to do is peel the backing of the tape and just stick them straight on your page. So that's super fun. And then we also got the gorgeous birthday bash sequins, so I wanted to add a couple of the yellow ones to tie in with those pops of yellow on the page that I've added in. I also fussy cut some sort of crosses out of the Maggie Holmes paper just to add more pops of pink, and it's a really nice hot pink that I've used on this layout. And I do add as well some of the pink paisley Take Me Away ephemera to the right of the page. So I'm just fiddling around with some enamel dots and some of the hearts and just those finishing touches now to the page. And I'm working in a bit of a diagonal direction with my embellishing just to help balance out. So if I've added some to the top left corner of the page, some smaller embellishments, then I also add some to the bottom right, and that just makes the layout seem to me like it's finished and it's pleasing to the eye, I suppose. What I'm doing now is looking actually on my phone for when those photos were taken. I really like to make sure that when I'm documenting and I'm journaling that I'm adding the date of the photos as well. I don't add the date of the journaling, very rarely. It's more that I'm adding the date of whenever those photos were taken. So I type a little bit about how I was mentioning at the start, this little trip to the salon that we took together, and how she had her nails done for the first time and how she really loved it and enjoyed posing for the camera as well, as you can see in the photos. So I'm adhering that down sort of in strip form in that circle area, and then just checking for any finishing touches that I needed to make, and that layout is now complete. So thank you for watching, and I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I'm sorry this voiceover was a little bit rough, and it's just purely because I'm doing some catch-ups on some videos that I've created, and this was one that I needed to voice over still. So I'll be back very shortly with some more layouts on my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye everyone.